Program Manager.
Thank you very much, Bright. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for finding time to join us in this activity today. On behalf of the Management, Board of Trustees, and staff of Global Peace Development, we welcome you to the Learning and Adaptation Workshop here in Kaduna. Participants from Benue, participants from Makurdi, participants from Plateau, Soba local governments, you're all welcome. Thank you very much. We wish you a happy stay here for this activity, the Promoting Agro-Pastoralism, Reconciliation and Resilience for Livelihood project here in Kaduna. Thank you very much for coming, and we wish you well. Thank you so much.
We'll call on Sandra to come and give us the about housekeeping, to tell us about the housekeeping.
Good morning, everyone. Once again, you're welcome in Jesus' name. The toilet is just by this poolside. I think the male and female is there too. It's boldly written. So if you want to use the restroom, you can just take the door, go back, and it's there. Thank you very much.
Okay. Upon the top of the chain, and I saw them really well. You must have said double rock weight by Gida. Zap go for them, so we are not bad. Okay, so without wasting of time, we'll take all the start taking the goodwill messages. So we'll call on the Ministry of Internal Security and Home Affairs, Kaduna State, NISHA, if the person is around or representatives should come and give us this goodwill message. Let's clap for him, please.
Good morning, all. Good morning, all. All protocol duly and adequately observed. On behalf of the Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Internal Security and Home Affairs, Kaduna State, Dr. Sule Shai Busan, who is unavoidably absent, and he directed me to represent him in this occasion in view of the importance he attached to this program. The effort in peaceful environment. The hardest farmers' crisis has been an issue affecting us, thereby affecting food security. I want to encourage us to feel free and to have, just as those who gone before us will say, what you want others to do to you, do unto others. If you think, if you slap me, you will be happy. Then if someone slaps you, you should be happy. So I want to encourage us to all contribute in building peace so that we will have peaceful Nigeria. Thank you very much. A summary, a madadin shi shugaban ma'aikatan tsaro ta jihar Kaduna da al'amuran cikin gida ya so ya kasance a wannan taron, amma saboda ayyuka da yawa da suke wannan ma'aikatan ya umarce ne in wakilce shi saboda muhimmancin da ya ba mu wannan taro. Kuma shi zaman lafiya Hausawa sun ce ya fi zama ɗan sarki. Muna ƙarfafa juna mu yi duk abu mai yiwuwa da zai kawo mana zaman lafiya a Najeriya. Kamar yadda muka zo taron nan, shi mai girma kwamishina yana ma kowa addu'a Allah ya kai kowa gidansa lafiya. Na gode.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So the next person will call on the Benue State Peace Commission for his welcome remark. Good message.
My people are telling me to speak in Tiv language. But then this is the national activity that we're doing, so definitely we're going to speak in English because we have foreign people and most partners here don't understand Tiv. I might speak in English and at the same time speak little in our Tiv language, since Buruku is the local government that mostly engage the Tiv community. On behalf of my DG, the Benue State Peace Commission, Mrs. Josephine Harbour, who was supposed to be here herself, but because of other lined up activities in the state, I'm required to be in Kaduna here today. May I please at this point appreciate someone very important, someone who feels that peace is supposed to be global, someone who feels that everyone seated in this world must have peace. Permit me to appreciate Mr. Okoha Okio. Thank you very much for making us feel proud to stand and talk about peace in this world. We appreciate you so much. From the Benue State Peace Commission, the Global Peace Development had their entry point, their first entry point into the state, to the commission, and wanted to engage Buruku local government. We had collaborated with the chairman of the local government and the councillors of the local government for them to have that first entry point. And that entry point has given them a very good success stories that they might tell here as the meeting goes on. If the commission was more in the state, the GPD might have found it very difficult, if not for the AFAN chairman too, that is here present, they might find it very difficult to engage the the 10 local government or the 10 council wards that are in Buruku local government. I want to appreciate the GPD for having that good success story to tell, such that other states like Plateau, Kaduna, Katsina will also take line of action on what the GPD did in Buruku local government. For today, my DG has asked me to appreciate everyone present, most especially the delegation that came in from Benue State, that will have a successful engagement or successful meeting of today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that wonderful goodwill message. So we'll call on the representative of Plateau Peace Building Agency. Let's start from this.
Thank you, Brian, for this opportunity. I bring you peace greetings from the Plateau State Peace Building Agency and from the home of peace and tourism here in Nigeria. I don't know how the protocol is, but permit me to recognize the very important partners who are here seated from the Foreign Commonwealth Development Office, and also our royal fathers and the team from GPD for bringing us together here. Before I do the good message, please permit me, let me take a moment to say or do something. Sorry, I am a peace builder, so I do a lot of facilitation. It will interest you, when I walked in here earlier, I discovered that people were already sitting in clusters, according to their states, according to what have you. And I was looking around, I said, am I in the right place? If we are talking about learning and adaptation, why would people want to sit in clusters? And I was looking around, I said, no, it shouldn't be like that, because here we are supposed to learn and also to adapt. Secondly, I had someone made a statement, gosh, you want to legislation, don't go now. I said, no, that is a wrong statement. It might be, the person might have said it in a very innocent way, but it doesn't show unity. And then interestingly, a man I sat close to, I didn't introduce myself, he didn't introduce himself, but he offered me something. I said, give me your phone, I have a Wi-Fi system that I can give you the password to use it for free. Please stand up, let me embarrass you. Please let's put our hands together. He didn't care whether I was a Christian or a Muslim or whatever. What came to his mind at that particular time was for him to offer assistance. Please sit down, sir. Thank you very much. Mr. Abdulrahman, I didn't even know his name. He didn't even know my name. And that is what peace building is all about. So honestly, even if I have made a friend in him, you have a friend in me, sir. Thank you very much. We will stay in contact so that we pick up this relationship from there. Now, why did I bring this up? This is what peace building is all about. You don't care about where that person is coming from. All you care about is the humanity in that person. If you are able to get to that level, then I believe we get it right where we go. So on behalf of the Plateau State Peace Building Agency, the Director General, Dr. Julie Sanda, who would have loved to be here, personally asked me to bring peace greetings to all of us who are here this morning, and also encourage us to take this workshop with all sense of seriousness, with all sense of responsibility, so that whatever we learn here, whatever we do here, please let's not leave it here. But as we go back to our various communities, as we go back to our various corners, let's ensure that we cascade this peace down to our communities, down to our various levels or spheres of influence, so that together we can build Nigeria that is devoid of all these mundane considerations that we see every day. I think it is when we break down some of these stereotypes that I think we'll begin to build very secure and peaceful communities. And let me quickly say this before I sit down. The FCD or Spring Global Peace Development, they've done a lot. They've done a lot. And even at the level of the Plateau State Peace Building Agency, we find what they are doing very interesting. Because in the last couple of months, our focus at the level of the agency has been that of humanitarian development and peace nexus, the HDP. And that three-prong approach is one that puts the human dignity over and above any other thing. Because we believe that once the human mind, or once the human person is accorded his or her dignity in place, honestly speaking, we will have mutual respect that will naturally evolve into understanding and also respect for one another. So on this note, let me quickly thank you for being here today. Thank you for the organizers. Thank you for the partners. And as we go into the deliberation, I pray that we open up so that we deliberate and also exchange pleasantries and also network as we go back to our various states. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So we'll take the goodwill message from Kaduna State House Leader. Kaduna State House Leader, Soba. Let's clap for him, please.
Good morning, all. I, Usman Dalaki Gimba, Councillor represent Gimba Ward, and the Majority Leader, Soba Legislative Council. I am here to represent the good people of the local government and the good people of Kaduna States. The Global Peace Development Agency, it is with great honor and deep appreciation that I deliver the good wealth presentation on behalf of the good people of the local government. As the leader, we remain fully committed to support this project, ensure that the knowledge gained, the structures establishing, and the partnerships form continue to flourish long after the project cycle ends. Peace is a share of responsibility, and through initiative like this, we align a solid conditions for listing, development, and harmony across the local governments. On behalf of the good people of the local government and the Legislative Council, I appreciate all stakeholders, community leaders, youth, women who have participated actively. Your dedication reinforcement our belief that with unity, understanding, and progress is guaranteed. I wish the first project continuous success and pray that the outcome of this engagement will bring greater peace and stability, prosperity to all communities in Soba local government and the Kaduna State generally, the Nigeria. Thank you all.
You can do better, let's start now. So we welcome the council leader for Rion local government. Please let's clap for him.
Good morning all. I'm Right Honorable Davos Martin Manda, your legislative leader. Permit me to greet our royal fathers that are here present. Good morning, sirs. My goodwill message is practical. So please, I need youth like me, 2 boys, 2 girls. Youth like me, 2 boys, 2 girls. It's practical. I'm sorry, it's practical. 2 young boys like me, the very one person, and 2 girls. Remains 1 lady. No, you are part of the no. No. Exactly. No, I cannot borrow her. Will you interpret? The other, okay. See, ladies, my sister, come now. Don't worry. The two of you should come to this side. Two of them, please. The two of you should, the girls should come. My brother, the two of you should come here. Please have some, sorry, just give me 5 minutes, okay? You see these 4 people that are here, we talk about peace. I want to demonstrate what peace is all about. These are 2 guys here, these are 5 ladies here. If these 2 people are moving together, well, these 2 guys are also friends in a situation whereby you, my brother, should come close here. This guy have interest in this girl here. The other, my friend here, he still also have interest in this girl here. This girl is let to go. Will she be happy? If one girl is going with 2 guys, will she be happy? Let it be, she is not happy. Let it be, she is not happy. Then on a fateful day, this girl, she firstly developed interest on this very guy. But this guy is richer than this guy here. He will go for this one, and he still look at this one at the other side. And where, come to this side. And where these 2 people, this is what's in between them. This is a boundary. This is a boundary in between them. Do you understand? Peace, all in all, if you people respect boundaries, there will be peace. If we don't respect boundaries in our life, there will be no peace. If you want to go to somebody's house, maybe you bounce into somebody's house without giving him an invitation or without informing him, I am going to your house. If for any reason you are being caught in your friend's house, will you be called a thief? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Is there a reason for that? Then if you are being caught as a thief where you are not a thief, that means we disrespect his boundary. We disrespect boundaries is the reason why there is no peace. And if we want that peace to be in us, we have to respect what is called boundaries. Because if you respect boundaries, there's what we call inheritance. If you have your own inheritance with you, do you understand? You respect your own inheritance, I respect my own inheritance. But in a situation where you only attach value to your own inheritance and you careless about my own inheritance, how do you expect me to respect it? Will there be peace? There will be no peace. So if we look at this thing in a general term, all we need within us, if we love ourselves, let's respect our boundaries. And if we respect each other's boundaries, there will be total peace. Total peace. So at the end of the day, I pray we all respect our boundaries. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that example. I want to invite the next person, and I want to say something about this person. She's the only one among 10 wards, she's the only female. The councillor of Tabos, representing Tabos, she will come and give us our goodwill message. We have 10 wards in the local government, and all are men, 9 are men. She's the only one among the
Good morning, all. I am Honorable Laura Dabudandum, Councillor representing the good people of Tabos Ward in the local government of Plateau States. I want to start by appreciating the staff of Global Peace, especially those in Plateau States, because we have seen their efforts in all the 10 federal wards that we have. They have come to the engagement. We had engagement with them. And I stand as a living testimony to what peace, lack of peace can cause to the community. I am from your local government, one of the local government that suffers daily crisis. There has been no day in the past month that we slept peacefully. On a daily basis, our people have been killed on their way to the farms, even at home. But due to this peace engagement, they created awareness to our people. I want to say, for these few days, we are able to sleep peacefully. And it will interest you to know that when we are coming, we ordered a car with our alhajis from our LG that shows peace is restoring back to you. And again, I want to appreciate them because there's something that happened early this month where some cows are being killed and the community people are being blamed for poisoning the cows. But because of the intervention of this global peace, they were able to call both sides to sit with them and converse. And I want to assure you that we are highly affected. Our houses were destroyed. Our people are displaced. Women on high level have become widows. Children have become orphans. No schools, no homes, no businesses in Rion. So if there are any people that will want peace to be restored, it's us in Rion. And as a councillor, my own work is being affected too, because all the money in the LGO is geared towards restoring peace instead of development for my people. So I want to say thank you to Peace and Global Initiative Development. And then I want to urge us that at the end of this program, I want us to go home with at least one lesson learned from this program. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I will now call the youth leader for Dora Katsina. Let's put our hands together for him. Let's go.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our royal fathers here present, the executive director, the British High Commissioner David Nelling, right, other important dignitaries, my fellow parliamentarians, members of the press, good day to you all. It is my honor to extend a warm good greeting to all distinguished participants, facilitators, and partners gathered here today for the Global Peace Development, Adaptation and Learning Workshop here in Kaduna. As a youth leader, I deeply appreciate the vision behind this program, especially at a time when our communities are striving to strengthen peace, resilience, and productive coexistence. This workshop provides a vital platform for young people, practitioners, and community actors to learn, reflect, and build practical strategies that promote unity and sustainable development. I commend Global Peace Development for its unwavering commitment to empower communities, enhancing dialogue, and equipping participants with the skills needed to adapt in changing times. Your effort continue to inspire hope and positive transformation at the grassroots level. To all participants, I encourage you to embrace this learning process wholeheartedly. Let the ideas shared here translate into the meaningful action that will benefit our communities, especially the youth who stand at the center of the peace building. I wish the organizers and participants a successful, productive, and impactful workshop here in Kaduna. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. we would love to give everybody a chance to give us a goodwill message, but everybody will have the time to talk, but we don't want to waste time, so that if we say that we're going to give everybody, we'll take a lot of time. So we'll just move to the next agenda. We'll take the special remarks from the British High Commission, David Snell. Let's clap for him, please.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. My name is David Snelling. I'm from the British High Commission in Abuja. It's excellent to be here in Kaduna today. My first time in Kaduna, and it's been treating me very well so far. What better place to do a learning and adaptation workshop than the Centre of Learning itself, Kaduna States. So I will try and keep this brief because I know that the real impact of these kinds of workshops comes from the interactive parts, from the conversations that you have. But I just wanted to say very warm thanks for having us today here, and it's really great to see so many people in the room, not just from Kaduna, but from Benue, Plateau, Katsina, to see women, men, young and old, all in the same room together. It's really, really good. Nigeria and the UK share a long collaborative history, and in these days that's reflected in our strategic partnership that we have signed with Nigeria. It's also reflected in our security and defence partnership, and at the centre of that are programmes like SPRING, Strengthening Peace and Resilience in Nigeria. At its heart, this is a programme about creating a more peaceful, stable and prosperous Nigeria. And it's also about coexistence among the incredibly diverse communities within Nigeria. What this programme aims to do is it aims to reduce violence, improve ecological stewardship, and increase the resilience in Nigeria to climate change. And it's all about empowering Nigerians to do that, delivering through Nigerian stakeholders, but Nigerian citizens, because we all have a part to play when it comes to peace building. It's not just a top-down approach, everyone has a role to play when it comes to peace. So I will leave it there because, as I said, the real impact of these sessions doesn't come from you listening to me, it comes from listening to each other. But once again, thank you so much for having us here today, and I wish you a very enjoyable, interesting and impactful day of learning. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So abin da ya faɗa shi daga British High Commission ne, ya ce wai baya so yi magana sosai because don in yayi magana ma abubuwan da za a koya ba daga maganar da zai yi ba ne, don in ya zo program haka maganar abin da yana inda za ka samu karuwa magana da juna da abubuwan da za mu yi ba abin da shi zai faɗa ba. So baya ka gaisuwa daga Abuja daga British High Commission, an ce sannan ku kuma da aka daji program din sosai kuma a koma gida da wani abu ko ba ka mun gode sosai. So za mu kira shi Okoha Q from Spring for his opening remark. We are calling on Okoha for his opening remarks from Spring. Please let's clap for him.
Your Royal Highnesses, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me join our partner, Global Peace Development, to welcome you to this event. What I will do very briefly is to speak more about the SPRING program and why we are supporting this particular initiative and why we are here today. So as Mr. Snelly just mentioned, the Strengthening Peace and Resilience in Nigeria program is an effort by the government and people of the United Kingdom to work with Nigerians to promote peace, stability, resilience to climate change and prosperity. Because if there is stability, the opportunities for economic development would be enhanced. This initiative will run for 4 years. It is led by Tetra Tech International Development, who delivers the program in partnership with a couple of other actors in this space: Center for Nigerian Dialogue, Center for Democracy and Development, and the next year. This spring is also being implemented by CUPI International, as well as by IFIT. So in Kaduna State in particular, you get to know more about CUPI, same in Katsina, Benue, and Plateau. But I think IFIT is mostly in Benue, Nasarawa, and Plateau that you would see their footprint. What the program seeks to do is essentially to ensure that Nigerians are brought together to work in such a way that incentives of people resorting to violence are reduced and people cooperate to work towards peace. So in that respect, I was very, very pleased at some of those dramatic performances earlier this morning by some keynote speakers to show those things that can promote peace and those things that can lead to violence. It summarizes what the program essentially does, working to identify peace, justice, and security institutions that manage conflict and manage access to natural resources, which often underpin most of the conflict that we have, to see that collaborative approaches are used, cooperative approaches are used to manage the resources in the context of scarcity. And through that approach, people find the incentives to work together rather than to compete against one another. So it is against this context that one of the core objectives of the Spring program is to address the issue, given that natural resource competition is a major factor in conflict, violent conflict in north central and northwest Nigeria, that often puts farmers at loggerheads with pastoralists. What can we do to see that, first of all, farmers and pastoralists find more innovative ways to production that can enhance their productivity in the context of the available space, which is smaller than it used to be in the past. So this is about bringing in more science, bringing in more innovation, bringing in more technology, and including local knowledge on how to better manage declining and depleting water and land resources. So that is one, to enhance their productivity. Tied to that is also working to support efforts at ensuring that farmers and herders cooperate more because they adopt integrated production systems. They manage resources and use them together and find out that their production systems are more integrated. And because they are more integrated, they are able to cooperate, share available resources, and find that it is useful to work together, that in terms of their farming and their pastoral practices, that it is actually pays them, it benefits them to work together because their productivity increases, their yield increases, and they have more assured livelihoods. The GPD program project is one of the projects the Spring program is supporting to pilot this idea by initiating agro-pastoral practices that integrates farming and pastoral production and embeds elements of peace building in it. So it is in this respect that Spring has also, as part of its orientation, encouraged, because we are keen to understand what works, where, how, and why, for every intervention that we support and partner with them, because we encourage them to periodically reflect on what they are delivering. Find out what has worked, why it has worked, what has not worked, why it has not worked, and what measures are required to bring about improvement in what we do. We recognize that doing it in this way will ensure that we avoid doing harm, that we avoid wasting resources in a context where resources are limited increasingly, and to be able to promote what appears to be best practices. So you share learning, and people that want to try what you have tried are able to see, oh, this actor did it in this way and it yielded this result. So what can I learn from it, and how can I use that experience to improve mine? So that is central to why we are gathered here. And we just want to commend GPD for sticking to this program approach, not just going down the line, implementing, but also pausing at this point to ask and engage with stakeholders collectively to reflect, how far have we gone? What have we learned? What do we need to change? And what adaptation measures do we need to adopt, so that ultimately we'll be able to achieve the results that we envisaged. So thank you for being part of this story. And as the Spring program, we remain committed to working with you all to achieve peace, enhance livelihoods and stability and prosperity in your respective communities. Thank you. And God bless you.
We can do better. So ya yi magana sosai, amma a wasu abubuwan da ya faɗa da yana da amfani, zai mana amfani sosai. Mun dauka ya ce yana wani abun project din yana so ya kawo mu samu ganewa yadda muna da abubuwa daban kamar kana da fili kaɗan, amma in kayi gona wurin ka samu karuwa da yawa, za ka amfani da abu kaɗan ka samu karuwa da yawa. Shi ne abin da wannan project yana so ya koya mana, ba wai zaman lafiya kare ba. Kuma zagayen yadda manoma da makiyaya za su samu su karu su yi aiki tare. Abin da manoma bai da shi zai iya samu a wurin makiyaya kamar taki, ko ba haka ba. Abin da manoma yana da shi bai da shi zai iya samu a wurin makiyaya. Mai makiyaya kuma zai iya samu a wurin mai gona, ko ba haka ba. So in mun zo na tare, muna abubuwa tare, muna raba abubuwa tsakanin mu, mun ga za mu samu karuwa, ko kuma ba mu amfanin fada, ko ba haka ba. A tare, so abin da ya faɗa kenan. Kuma ban da fannin zaman lafiya, wannan shi global peace development da kuma Spring suna abubuwa da yawa a fannin wannan, da kuma abubuwa da yawa da za a yi da zai kawo zaman lafiya. So we'll move on to the next one. I'm going to invite someone very special to this organization. Anytime they send him for something, he goes for conflict mediation. If they mention his name, everybody don't have a choice now to live in peace. His name alone brings peace to people. He's going to give us the project overview of the PESOL project, the progress across the 4 target states. He's the Executive Director of the Global Peace Development. His name is Mr. Ebruke Onajite SCK. Let's put our hands together for him.
Good morning, everyone, for joining us in today's Adaptation and Learning workshop. So I just go straight to where we are in the overview. Our project, Promoting Agro-Pastoral Reconciliation and Resilience for Sustainable Livelihood and Peace, with targets the PASO project, is being implemented in 4 local governments as pilots, drawing from learnings from our previous intervention, engaging with the herders and farmers, and working with the entire community. But in this context, we felt that piecemeal activity, without working on the local government, we will not see some basic issues that emanate from those local governments. And from the experiences and engagement we've done, we've seen from the PRA, the Community Peace and Resilience Plan that has been developed and unveiled, and as well as the reconciliation pattern that we created, we can see clearly that without engaging holistically, it becomes difficult than looking at the community in the world without looking at the entire world. So I'll just go straight to representation. The next slide is just to give a pictorial view. I've already talked about where we are working, Benue, Plateau, Kaduna and Katsina States, and local government is Soba, Rion in Plateau, and Burku in Benue, and Soba in Kaduna. Now we have, without spring, we will not be here. So we need to give that respect, and I appreciate them for giving us the opportunity to do this project. Then ActionAid with our Tier 1 manager, and Tetra Tech and FCDO. So we are very excited to have your team here to at least listen to us face to face, not through our documents. At the end of the project, this is just a summary, we tend to reach 4,410 persons directly, and we reach 19,257,000 and 96 persons in the 4 states through media engagement. That's indirectly. With the project, it will last 8 months. 8 months will mean by the end of March 2026. And graciously, we believe with FCDO here, we should have the project scaled up, considering what we're already experiencing and in some of those localities. Now, let me just take you on the background. The PASO project is being implemented in 4 LGAs across Benue, Plateau, Kaduna, and Katsina States. These areas experience persistent farmer-herder conflict driven by competition over land and water resources, distrust between communities and security agencies, unresolved deep-seated grievances with institutions, unregulated movement of transhuman or itinerant herdsmen, and uncovered spaces, mostly the forest reserves. Some forests have about 1,000 hectares in the forest reserve, and in some states, including Plateau, we do not even have up to 100 staff manning this forest reserve. That's a big minus. Or even in the states like Katsina with 400 reserves, some forest reserves about 1,000 hectares for forest reserve. So we need men, and most times they'll tell you there's no job. We think that as we push this project, young men and young women will be employed by the states to police those forests, and that can reduce the ungoverned spaces. Consequences of the above manifested in fatalities. I did not want to mention, just mention, Tahoe's ward was attacked on the 15th of July 2025. We went into Tahoe's in August. So that's why I said the effort of GPD is reducing and creating relationship. And in some of these other words, like John Queen, we just come with the project. If we had not gone in, the fatalities would have increased. And even the displacement that happened, particularly in Ataka. Ataka people have been displaced since 2013. They have not gone back to today. And these are deliberate things that we think the project could do. Now you see this sort of livelihood, farm produce and cattle, reduced food production. Of course, before now, Plateau used to be home of sweet potato, Irish potato. Now, if you want to buy this potato in Plateau, now you need to spend 26,000, 30,000 in a bag. It used to be very cheap. And I'm not going to talk about the Buruku as of the arable land for agriculture. People can't go do farming anymore. Hunger is coming in. It has implications for all of us as Nigerians. And again, we have reduced food production, as I mentioned that, and weak social cohesion and resilience across the 4 states. Let's do this slide. Now, what are we trying to do? Our broad goal is broad participation of pastoralists and farmers in peace-building initiatives that contribute to structured reconciliation. We're very careful. Structured reconciliation and resilience that will promote social cohesion and sustainable life. People have a structured reconciliation that we've already started. People who have never met and they're in the same world since 2016. They met for the first time just this month alone. It means there's a problem. And there's also a change. It also means there are also improvement, because if they are not meeting and are not meeting and not talking, it means we can change. But when people begin to talk and have clear dialogues, it's difficult to say what progress have they made and how are they bonding. Now, what is about objective 1? Knowledge and capacity of community agencies increased and actively detecting, referring, and responding to confidences and ensuring collaborative dialogue, reconciliation, resilience, and social cohesion that fosters social trust and improve relationship for farmers and elders. Without improved relationship, it is very, very difficult to promote peace in those places. Objective 2, improve livelihood options for farmers and elders through a mutually benefiting agro-pastoral and agroforestry initiatives that stem resource conflict and violence. In parties to conflict now benefit mutually. Particularly, we are targeting the agri's wives and farmers' wives as a major implementer of this section. We begin to reduce the tension. Next slide, please. So I need to stay here, let them leave you alone. These are the activities for the intervention. So far, we've done the stakeholder engagement. We've also conducted particular appraisal in each ward and developed what I call community peace and resilience plan. We already published. We also have launched this plan. Just to mention, we actually developed 45 PRA. Now, the research we had before we started showed that we had only 10 words in Buruku. But in actual, from the INEC record of federal law, we found it was actually 13 words. So what do? We wrote our line manager, I call it actually tier 1, that we have this problem. Can we scale to them and deal with it? So we captured and conducted the PRA in those extra words and developed as LP or in one document, though we may not be able to go to do deep intervention because we do not have that resources from our administration planning. Then we also have done town hall meetings across the local governments. We've identified and trained community leaders and adults, and some of them you are seeing here are people who are direct beneficiaries of our intervention. And we've had policy dialogues at the different levels, and those are the outcome of those discussions will be part of our policy advocacy from January, so that we can begin to move straight to the agroforestry component of it. Now, we are going to have facility, we've not done this what I just mentioned, high-level policy dialogues, and also dialogue reconciliations, media dialogues, and now the adaptation meeting. This is a series, there are 4. We expect that this month now we're in Kaduna. We expect by next month we should be in Plateau. Everybody goes to Plateau. From Plateau we go to the next state. That's Makurdi, and from Makurdi we go to Katsina. So we can learn from each other. What are we doing? What's changing? And sometimes if we have time, we might do what called community visit or world visit to share and learn from them. Then, participating in annual learning event. I just saw in May there's an annual learning event in January. So we'll be there in that meeting. So what have we done so far? Okay, I think I'm going to repeat this. I already mentioned that. Okay. Implementation progress with one house, please. We measured progress, we've done the stakeholder consultation, we've done the PRA, we've done develop and produce the CPROP, we've done project launch, we've done town hall meetings, and we've done trainings for the people, and also commenced reconciliation and policy dialogue as well. Outreaches have been conducted across 42 wards to be able to create cooperative societies that will be used to promote the agro-pastoral initiative with forest planting, pastures, and as the case may be, what can benefit both the owners and farmers in their locality. Next slide. Now, for major outcome, the project is expected to reduce, please check time for so we don't run out of time. The project is expected to reduce violent conflict between herders and farmers across the 4 states by strengthening local confidential structures and improving cooperation between communities. I can just tell you, in most of the local governments, we have piecemeal, not a strong structure to local government level and to the world level. Makes it very difficult for coordination of the peace process. Now, 2, community agencies at world level and ND level, we better be able to detect, refer, and respond to conflict incidents. Social cohesion is expected to improve through sustained dialogue, reconciliation sessions, and joint participation of farmers and herders in decision making. The project will increase knowledge and skills of targeted 42 words on sustainable agro-pastoral and agro practices for both livelihood groups. This includes the adoption of climate-smart agriculture and restoration of degraded land through a mutually beneficial crops, shrubs, and trees. Women cooperative societies established by the project will improve the livelihood options for women and girls in the targeted wards through diversified income sources around agro-pastoral and agroforestry that would reduce the resource triggers of conflicts of both farmers and adults, where wives and entrepreneurs will mutually protect their investment. So the cooperative are both for elders' wives and adults' wives. Now, both of them having an investment in a corporate society registered, they wouldn't want to destroy their investment and will be contributing to the peace process within their groups. Now, we would do media dialogues and policy engagement with strengthen public awareness and encourage government commitment to improve cultural, natural resource management, including forest protection. And I'll talk about the agroforestry component of it. Let's go to the next slide. Now, these are the achievements, very, very small and very big. The first thing we've done, we've created a relationship with the 4 states, and commitment has been secured. At some of those places, sometimes, I think it's one place, DG of Benue Commission was one of the policy dialogue physically. So it depends on, I know some of them are very busy, but that strong relationship and community lieutenants of global business have made sure the project is moving. One key achievement we've got, we have 42 community peace and resilience plans unveiled across project state. These are printed documents, and I'm sure the community have already uploaded it from our site for all the CPROP. We have about 250 copies, right, across 250 party states. And some of you in this, so have you seen were you there in our launch? Anybody here? Launch, who were there in the launch? Did you see the copies? Okay, just to be sure. Now, what did we do again? Ordinarily, we do not have a platform for the women and girls. But the report showed rape is persistent. And so, coupled with the weak institutions, men have been a major player of traditional systems of peace. So what did we do? The project threw up opportunity for women to form what I call Women Peace and Mediation Platform. This was not part of an expected output of this project. So it came from the project. So it's a big benefit for us. And they are being strengthened. And that's even why you can see here wives of local government chairmen, even physically in our meeting. And also because they were able to collect and do policy engagement with their leaders at different levels to reduce tensions for both sides of the divide. Now, the next thing is we have 4 LGA Women's and platform at the LGA level. So the world level will feed in the local government level women group. And this also aligns with UN Security Council Resolution 1325 because it gives women voice and visibility. Though it's not part of our company, but it came out and we need to also say this is what we're doing and we're strong with it. Because if they don't throw this up, how will they manage their internal disputes in terms of the agro-pastoral initiatives that we want to support? Now the next thing is 42 women community society already established across the 42 wards. Social trust and cohesion is improving among leaders and farmers across 3 states. Clearly, pathway created for community policies and renewable pastoral and agroforestry practices. Deep-rooted and unresolved grievances and violence being resolved through structural reconciliation. I mentioned from the beginning, there are people who have not met in 2016, but they live in the same world. But with the reconciliation process GPD initiated, they are already talking, and pathway to peace are already being created. Our major challenge is increase in number of words in Benue State from 10 words to 30 words during the PRA. These are our major challenge. We also try to address, but we also think that if opportunities there for scale, we need to support those 3 words, what we have not done with these other words. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, sir. So, we'll move to the next one, which is presentation of results, challenges, and lessons. So, in Zamji, the program mentioned presentation of results, challenges, the lessons. So, I will down to many, down in the Mukasam, my project many, Chingabanda Kasam, Lukayazu, Zasa, jobbing, so, go in local government, the states, sun shirya wanda zai magana a madadin organization a madadin state din ko. So za mu akwai wanda zai magana a madadin Kaduna, so ba local government yana. Okay, to zan ba ma Kaduna yanzu. Representative from Kaduna, come and give us the presentation of results, challenges, and lessons we've learned over the past project period. Okay, the youth leader is doing that.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dambala Mohamed Ahmed from Soba Local Government Community States. I'd like to present the result and lessons that we encountered. As a result of the project, it's linked to experience strong relationship between farmers, herders, and the herders, and also promote collaboration between farmers and herders. Promote communication between farmers and herders. A renewed sense of unity between them. Before we encountered so many complaints from both parties. But due to arrival of this project, some of the issues have been resolved or addressed. The challenges: lack of awareness, which has been addressed by the various activities GPD have undergone in Soba local government, such as town hall meeting, which consists all the village health, district health, and also the farmers and the herders. Secondly, the training of herders and farmers. And the third one is the outreach to all the 11 wards of Soba local government. Another challenge, which was a major one, that is the encroachment of cattle roads and lack of grazing land, remain a major challenge that should be addressed. Lessons. have learned the importance of peace and the negative impact of conflict. They now appreciate the importance of communication and reconciliation. Lastly, most thanks to GPD staff, especially the executive director, the project manager, and also the project managers of local government, due to their efforts in trying to educate our local farmers in local government and Kaduna State in general. Thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A wannan baki da zan yi magana da Hausa insha Allah. Na san za a fahimta, yadda dai na san majority ana fahimta Hausa sosai. Lillahi wa rasulihi zuwa wannan project din ba abinda za mu ce mu a Daura Katsina State sai Allah san barka. Na san abubuwa da yawa sun faru kuma an ci gaba. Ga babanmu na harko da shi ya kamata ya zai magana amma na arbace shi. Hakika an ci gaba. A ci gaban da aka samu shi ne wallahi encouraging abin da su ainihin makiyaya da suke tsallaka gonar da zuwan wannan global business sai gashi an koyar da su baba arko yadda za su zauna su mediating mutane a ainihin samu zaman lafiya yadda ya kamata, kuma hakan ta faru ya fi kirga, kuma alhamdulillah mun ji daɗin haka. Bayan nan outreach ɗin da aka yi a wannan 11 wards ɗin shine abin da ya fi burge ni. Wato dama an sai shi koyo inda Allah ya sanya aka koya to za a samu zaman lafiya ma, inda babu koyon wallahi shi kan shi zaman lafiyan babu. To sai gashi ta dalilin wannan outreach din da aka yi a cikin wannan 11 wards din har an samu shakuwa da juna. Da wani ma wancan dan ward din bai damu da wannan dan ward din ba, amma ta dalilin wannan abin da aka yi wallahi an samu ci gaba sosai, kowa sai a zo na a yi wasa da dariya da sauransu. Abin nan ya kayatar sosai. Sannan ga koyon kuma da aka kara yi kamar wannan town hall meeting da aka yi ya haɗa mutane, an samu ci gaba, kowa ya fahimci kowa. Mata iyayenmu da ba sa su danya kamar mun gaskiya a Daura, sai gashi yanzu iyayenmu mata wallahi ga su nan lafiya kallo ake abubuwa da su. Saboda idan mace ta san abu to insha Allah za a samu nasara. Shi sanya a wannan project din da naga ana a ainihin bakin kokari wajen ganin cewa an yi empowering mata. Wallahi idan mata suka fahimci abu, hakika idan mace ta fahimci abu insha Allah kowa zai fahimta. Muna fatan yadda muka koyi wannan abubuwan a wannan wuri, Allah ya sa albarka a cikin rayuwarmu. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much. So let's have the permission to speak in Hausa. He said for the past few days there have been progress between farmers and herders in Daura, especially when GPD stepped in. They were able to